Hey guys, Cassiano here. On this one, we are gonna do Ubers with Iratha set, guys. A normal set item. So, first let's talk about the build. So it is Smiter, 20 points on Smite, 20 points on Holy Shield because it increases Smite damage and also your chance to block defense, very important. And Fanaticism, guys, that is our main build here. Fana, Smite, Holy Shield. But also very important here is the resist lightning. So when we talk about Ubers, we usually have problems against Mephisto because he has conviction and also he's very strong with his physical hits, but mainly his lightning. So his conviction diminishes your resistance by 50%, that's a lot. And also if you don't have lightning absorb, it's really tough against him. So when we don't have lightning absorb, which is my case here, I'm using full Iratha set. So with Irathas we can't use the Thunder God's belt or Black Horn's face helm that gives more lightning absorb than Thunder God. So we can do this. Well, Iratha set provides you 10 maximum or resistance, as you can see there. Maximum resistance, it's very good. So we get 10% from Irathas, and each 2 levels you get on resistance here, it gives you 1% maximum as a passive. So if I get 20 levels on resist lightning, I get more 10% extra maximum light resistance. So with Irathas I get 85 here, with more 20 points here I go to 95, which is the max. With 95 lightning resistance you don't need any kind of absorbing at Mephisto. You're gonna lose very little HP against his lightning. And also the good part of Irathas here is because of the other's maximum resistance. So more 10 maximum fire resistance is gonna help a lot against Diablo, because mostly of his attacks are fire. He has the ground fire, he has Armageddon, he has one of the minions does fireballs, and also against Mephisto it's very good because Mephisto has all kinds of skeletons. He has cold, he has fire, he has lightning. So Iratha set is super good here. It's very good. So as you can see here, I still have prayer, but guys, the reason why I have prayer here is because I use this on declone now. So for Ubers I don't use prayer. So let's say you have to do Ubers first, you don't have GG gear, or so you can just exchange these levels on prayer here for resist fire. So I have 18 hard points on prayer. So if I had 18 hard points on resist fire, I would have more 9% maximum fire resistance. So let's say I would have here 85, okay, more 9, I would have 94 fire resistance, would be basically the max one. So that works. The only reason why I have to pray here is because I do the clone with this very same build I'm using here. Okay. So let's talk about the gear here. Guys, since this is a smiter build, it's very important to have weapons with that gives you attack speed, which is Aestron does, but mainly the plus combat skills here. Remember that with Smite you don't increase damage from instant damage. The adds damage here doesn't increase Smite damage on Project Diablo 2, on Vanilla Diablo it does. The attack rating is useless because Smite is 100% chance to hit. So why Aestron is so good with Smiter? Because of the 4 combat skills. So with 4 combat skills, going to increase 4 levels on Smite, which increases 30% damage. More 4 levels on Holy Shields, that increases more damage than each level on Smite. So as you can see here, I'm gonna put Smite here. So take a look at my damage, okay? I'm gonna take the Aestrons off. Take a look. I'm like here with 3k damage, 3k 100, okay? Let's see without the Aestrons. As you guys can see here, like almost 500 less damage. That's a lot, because I attack super fast with Smite, so this is very, very important. So with Astrons I have combat skills, I have increased attack speed, I have crushing blow, and I socketed it with one rune because it gives 25% open ones. Very, very important against Ubers, because open ones is gonna cut their HP regeneration, which is very high. Ubers have insane HP regeneration, so open ones with a melee character is really, really necessary here. It makes all the difference. So, another nice thing here, guys. With just the Astrons, this 40% attack speed from Astrons and Fanaticism level 20, it is 23 here, but with level maximum Fanaticism 20, you already have the final attack speed breakpoint with your Smite. So this is very good. You don't need any other item with increased attack speed. No gels with 15 EAs, you don't need that. Just the Astrons, max Fanaticism, you go to your final breakpoint on your attack speed with Smite. That's very good. Okay. This is the same armor I use for Declone also. If I didn't have this maximum fire resist here, it wouldn't matter for Ubers, because let's say, okay, I have Irathas that gives me 10% maximum resistance, and I use Hot Spurs for Declone. So as you can see here, this also gives 10% maximum fire resist. So 10% from Irathas, 10% from Hotspur, 95 fire resistance. I'm gonna use on Uber Tristan here, this one. I just gonna use Natalia boots here on mini Ubers because it makes me run faster. So I can use that, no problem. It's a very nice boots in my opinion. And the Vex here, like I said, like just Irathas 10%, Hotspur 10%, you go to 95 fire. I'm gonna switch here. 95 fire resistance. Okay. So as you can see, guys, Irathas gives a lot of resistance. It's an amazing set item. It's very, very efficient and super low cost. It's very, very nice. So there's a lot of benefits here. Full set, faster run walk. I love faster run walk. This is my favorite charms. I don't switch a charm like this for a combat 45 HP one. I prefer this. I find it much more efficient than 45 life skillers, which are basically impossible to find. They are super rare. This one is also not easy to find, but people like charge an immense price for a skiller with over 40 HP. It's super expensive. And I wouldn't change for any of this. No way. Okay. So my helm, I have socketed with 1 Tau rune for 30% poison resistance. About the amount here. Fire resistance corruption, nothing special. But you can see it completely gives so much resistance, like this set is absolutely amazing. This shield here, very important, guys. So this is a Zacharon, Herald of Zacharon. So you're saying, oh, 1 plus skills corruption, amazing. Yes, the corruption is amazing, but remember that this HOS is 1 combat only. So it's not so amazing, it's nothing really special, but yes, the 2 sockets is really, really good. Okay? So this one is super important for Smiter, because as you guys can see here, it can give me 2 combat skills. And also it gives 2 paladin skill levels, okay? So 2 combats means 2 more to smite, 2 more to holy shield, 2 paladin, again more 2 to smite, more 2 to holy shield. It gives too much damage, like. Also this 30% increased chance of blocking is amazing. Super good, makes all the difference. With 30% increased chance of blocking, you have to spend way less points on dexterity to get max block. That means you can get more vitality. But the only downside here for Smiter, guys, is we need to transform this shield to Elite. So this is a Zacharon shield. It's the elite version of the Gilded shield, which is the HOS. He's an exceptional unique item, not an elite unique item. So the only reason we need to transform this is because it increases our smite damage, but the downside of this, it increases way more strength. Like, it's 142 strength required. So if we take a look at our gear here, this is a chef's stop that requires 92 strength. It's nothing very special. It's low strength requirement, and also my weapon is very low requirement. 97 strength, 70 dexterity. So yeah, that's the only downside here we have. We need to spend a lot more points on strength to get to use it. So on my second hand here, I have another Zacharon. As you can see here, this one is not transformed to Elite, it's Gilded Shield still. So take a look at the difference of the smite damage. 171 to 174, and this one is 129 to 140. And yes, guys, it makes a lot of difference. So let's take a look here. Let's see how much damage we lose compared to one. Okay, with the Gilded Shield, the exception one, we have 2,154 to 2,000, almost 400 damage, okay? When we switch back, we have like 700 more damage of minimum and maximum damage. That's so much difference. But of course, we need to keep in mind here that we have one less skill levels here, because this one doesn't have the corruption of 1+ skills. So, but still in the end would be like around 630 more damage. That's so much difference still. We need to make this shield edit for smite. If you guys think, oh, do we need to use 2 Zacharons? No, absolutely not. I've done Uber Tristan solo before, and also Declone with my character here. I was using, guys, one shield with 4 perfect diamonds on my second hand. You don't need this one, okay? This one I'm gonna use for Declone, for the simple reason, okay? For Declone, it's important here to have Battle Cry. For melee matters a lot because, as you can see here, it diminishes physical resistance. So let's say, guys, if I am at Declone now, what's gonna happen is, if I'm gonna use Battle Cry on him, I need to stay a bit close to him. So the only downside of having a Spirit Shield, if I did Declone with that shield on my second hand just to use Battle Command, Battle Orders, the problem we have is, since Zacharon gives 30% more chance to block, I won't have 75% chance to block against Declone if I use a Spirit Shield, okay? Or a simple shield with 4 diamonds, which was the one I had. So that's very dangerous because his breath, part of it is physical damage, and your chance to block matters against it. So you're already gonna lose a lot of damage with the max chance to block against it, but with less than that you're gonna lose way more damage. So that's the only reason I have another one of this Zacharon shield here on my second hand, just to provide me this 30% chance to block and this 94 resistance. As you guys can see, both of them are has 2 sockets and 2 wounds to provide me additional 44 resistance. Zacharon comes with 50 resistance always, so each wound rune adds 22 more resistance. So 2 wounds, 44 resistance, 50 more 44, 94 resistance, as you guys can see here. About the rings, guys. Also nothing very special, a Dwarf Star here. I use the same ring for Declone because of the amazing Fire Absorb makes all the difference against him. So I'm not concerned about the increased chance to block and the life from this ring, but about the Fire Absorb, yes. The magic damage reduced is also very good, but it's not as mandatory as the Fire Absorb to be max 8%, as you guys can see here. Raven Frost, guys, the only benefit to get from this ring as a smiter is we have this 15 dexterity that gives us more chance to block, so you need to spend less points on dexterity to get max block, and also they cannot be frozen. The attack rate in there is useless because Smite is 100% chance to hit. The cold absorb here not really necessary because the Ubers don't have strong cold damage. So yeah, this is mainly for the cannot be frozen. That's the main reason I'm using it. So, as you guys can see, the three best parts here is the Astrons for combats, the chef to sub 30% PDR, this one is very important. I'd say PDR, guys, is really mandatory here because if you go to Ubers with 0 PDR, it's extremely dangerous because as you guys can see here, I have 1446 HP, right? If I had 0% PDR, I would have a very high chance to die with one shot only from physical hit. Can be from Lilith, can be from Mephisto, from any Uber. If you don't have PDR, it's extremely dangerous. Don't do Ubers without at least, I'd say at least 25% PDR. Okay, I choose this one, 30%, because I use this armor also for Diculum. So yeah. With Paladin, I would aim for 30% PDR, okay? That's what you should go for with a melee Paladin against Ubers, alright? Okay. Second hand here, Call to Arms, doesn't need to be this very good stats here. I did before with a very low one, just to provide me the level from Battle Combat. That's gonna be give me 1+ skills on my Holy Shield. It also increases my smite, fanaticism, so it's very good. I use one Battle Cry before I reach them. So as you can see here, I'm gonna use this before attacking them, because it's gonna diminish the physical resistance. And also the defense. The defense is good because the mercenary is not 100% chance to hit, so it helps him also. Alright guys, about the items status, let's talk about the charms here. Combat skillers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I love this too. Fast and Rock, my favorite. And this one is with 14 resistance because Mephisto Conviction is very strong. It gives you minus 50% of resistance. It's a lot. So this is important. If you need to switch another skiller, combat skiller with more 1 resistance, it's not a problem. It's still very doable. You guys are gonna see here. With Iratha set, it's not gonna be painful to do it. Okay. About the small charms, guys. HP, 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 Quadras, HP. Let's switch here. Okay. More HP. Alright. Quadras, HP, and more Quadras. Okay. Guys, take a look here. So you have to do the math here. As you can see, the maximum fire resistance I have is 93, maximum cold 85, maximum lighting 95, and poison here 85, okay? So we need to do the math here against Mephisto, alright? So I have 156, okay? Against Mephisto I'm gonna have 106, because the conviction diminishes 50 of resistance. Same from Baal or resist. You never want to fight Mephisto and Baal together because it's the recipe to die. Because it's very simple. Mephisto Conviction provides minus 50% of resistance. Minus 50 of resistance. And Baal low resist also minus 50 of resistance. So yes, you don't want to fight with minus 100 of resistance, okay? You don't want to do that. If I go against them with minus 100 of resistance, what's gonna happen is, with 51 lightning resistance against Mephisto, guys, I'm pretty sure if I had like over 3k HP, I would still die in one shot from his charge bolts. Like, it's super strong. You need very high lightning resistance against Mephisto if you don't have lightning absorb, like from Thunder Gods or Black Hornface. And again here, guys, the poison is very important. the poison makes a lot of difference against Lilith and also Mephisto, because both of their poison is very strong. So let's see the mercenary items here. This one is very important to have Hyper Tool on hand for the following reason. The main Uber that gives players the highest problem is Diablo. It usually happens that people can kill Mephisto, Baal, but fail at Diablo. And like the main reason for that is because Diablo has two. For melee characters, is because Diablo has two. Two of his three minions are immune to physical. So when we have this amplified damage from Hyper Tool, which is super strong, it's level 16, and combined with the Battle Cry here from the Call to Arms, we have the two forms of breaking physical immunity. So yes, you guys can see it's gonna be very easy to do with this because I have Hyper Tool on my mark and I'm gonna cast Battle Cry. So the minions are gonna die really fast, really fast. So that's like the secret against Diablo, I'd say, guys. And of course you need open once to cut his HP regeneration. That's super important. Go hide here. I always say this is the best gloves for Tristan for melee characters because we have skeletons from Mephisto, they are undead. Two of the three Diablo minions are also undead, so this gloves provides a lot of damage against undead. It's amazing, it's super good here. And this gloves is also amazing for tier 3 maps. If you guys notice, on tier 3 maps, most of the monsters there are undeads. So this gloves is very good. Belt here, String of Fears, PDR, Life Stolen, very nice from the mark. He basically regenerates all his HP in one shot against no undeads. PDR, magic damage reduced, also very good for him. Inferno is right here for more fire resistance and 5% max fire resistance, helps against Diablo. Uber Diablo has Armageddon, he has Fire on Ground here, so it is very good against him. Treachery, nothing very special here. Treachery is super good because of the 45 attack speed and also the lesser fade that's going to increase PDR and resistance when it activates on Mercenary. Also the 30% cold resistance is very good. The Venom on strike is also very good. Helm here, Black Orange Face, Light Absorb, maximize resistance, cold res, Zolt Irish is also very good, very good. Guys, keep in mind that Prevent Monster Heal here doesn't work on Ubers, okay? Only to open ones here works. So yeah, if you have Prevent Monster Heal, they're still gonna regenerate HP. It doesn't work on that. One thing here, guys, as you can see, okay, he has maximum resistance here, okay? But against Mephisto, his resistance doesn't stay like that. So you guys gonna see we need to spend a lot of regenerations on my mark, mainly for that. So yeah, if I had one helm here with, let's say, one tool for 30% cold res and like two rolls for 60% fire res or two arts for 6% light resistance, it would be better than this helm here because he doesn't stay maximum resistance. The absorb is amazing, but it doesn't work if you don't have high resistance. You're still gonna lose so much HP, so it's not the best option here because I would lose a lot of resistance. I'd say, guys, the best helm for the mercenary here is a Crown of Ages 3 sockets, because Crown of Ages gives our resistance, gives PDR, so you could put like Vex for maximum fire resistance. It's super good against Diablo. But you can just put like simple arts, rounds or tools for 30% lightning, fire, cold resistance. It would work very well. It would be much better than this helm here. About the gear, guys, is that so? As you can see here, I have there's also this armor here, Venom Ward, guys. Very simple armor, 15% maximum poison resistance. So I use this on Lilith because take a look at this. My mercenary has low poison, okay? And even if he had 75 poison res, he would die instantly against Lilith poison. It's super strong. So I only switch Venom Ward on him against Lilith because I can manage my mercenary with this. Without this, he dies in one shot. It's really, really annoying. Okay? So... Alright, gonna put back to stash. Game is gonna end in 40 minutes, so we're gonna make a new game here and we start. You're gonna kill the Urus here, guys. Let's get it going. Okay. Alright, now I have 2 hours 44 minutes. That's okay. Let's get to going. Alright, Furnace of Pain. This is the easiest of the 3 mini-ubers. This is Izual. Okay, so let's use the battle comments here. Okay. Battle orders now. HP. Now we switch back to my hand. We have this. So that's how we're gonna do it, guys. Alright. So I'm gonna work some here. So make sure, guys, to get rid of the mages because they can be very tricky with amplified damage. You don't wanna fight Izual with amplified damage on, it's dangerous. So let's find him. Again, the mage here, get rid of him. Alright. Also, this combat shrine increases my smite damage, it's super good. Again, mage here, kill 10. More mages. Alright. There we go, there is Izual. Switch hands to cast Battle Cry, switch back to my hand, and keep going. As you can see, he's dying very fast, that's a lot of HP, he's losing. I need to keep an eye on my HP always, because he can do some critical hits. So I have to pay attention here. Ocean. More potion. There you go, guys. No organ drop, unfortunately. It's 33% chance of dropping organ. Alright. First mini-uber down. Let's go to second one. Forgotten Sands, it's Duriel. Let's recast Bull here. Okay, good. Oh, nice. More combat shrine, guys. Oh. Have you guys seen this? This is Mighty Aura. So we need to be careful here because Duriel can spawn. We don't wanna fight Duriel with Mighty Aura. No, thank you. So I'm gonna start to move slow here. This is the boss with the aura enchanted here. We're gonna kill him fast. Okay. Get rid of the smite. Oops, I was using prayer for that seasonal. Alright. No might, no fanaticism means no problem. Keep in mind that in Project Diablo 2 the aura range increases. So, there he is. Cast Battle Cry, trigger physical resistance, switch back to my hand and smite him. So keep in mind that on Project Diablo 2 the auras have bigger range, so that's why you need to be very careful in a situation like this when there is a boss with might or fanaticism around, because the range is gonna get Duriel, and him with might or fanaticism it's very very strong. Like, potion. Almost there. Good. No organ, but yeah, that's how it is, guys. Alright, second mini over down. We're gonna go for the hardest of them, Lilith. On Lilith, yes, I'm gonna have to use a lot of rejuvenations. She's very tough. And also this Metron Den is much harder than the other two areas. Because witches, okay, Black Lancers at the moment, not the biggest problem. But witches are a big problem because they cast amplify damage and they are very strong, so let's see if you have witches here. So far so good, only archers. Yeah, that's probably a good one of these marks because it's random. Sometimes you get archers, sometimes you get witches. So that's a good one. Oh, there she is, guys. Oh, as you can see, guys, that's very important, okay? As you can see, it's not my mercenary and me on the same position. I am in front of her and my mercenary on her back, because as you guys can see, she has very strong damage. Let's be careful here. Rejuvenations. So as you can see, when she uses her poison here, it's only affecting me, not her mercenary, because we are all opposite positions. So that's very very important against Lilith, against Uber Diablo too. That's the two main ones you need to be in front on your mercenary on their back. Because Lilith, because of her poison, and Diablo because of his breath. No matter how much resistance you have against Diablo breath, if it attacks your mercenary, he's gonna die. If you have 95 lighting, 50% PR, he's gonna die, it's not gonna work. And also the fire ground from Diablo, it's gonna kill the mercenary. So keeping on opposite positions, it's super important here. Alright guys, 3 mini Ubers down, we're gonna go to the Uber Tristan, the final step of the Ubers. So I'm gonna get more rejuvenations here. Alright, let's put the keys on this stash. Not anymore. Okay, got one organ here. Guys, on Project Diablo 2, you don't need 3 different kinds of organs, okay, to spawn Uber Tristan. As you can see, I have 3 Diablo Horns, 3 Mephisto Brains, 1 Baal Eye only. You can spawn Uber Tristan here with the 3 organs of the same type. It's gonna work, it's not a problem here, okay? I also forgot to switch to Venom Ward from Lilith. Good thing we had her in a good spot, so I could manage to keep her in my front and not on the same position of my mercenary. It's not always that to have this luck because she's very very fast, so it's kinda annoying against her. Okay guys, So before Mephisto, which is gonna face now, we need to take a look at our resistance again, is to check it. So yes, I have more than 50 extra resistance, so I'm gonna be good. His conviction is not gonna lower my resistance here because I have more, as you can see. If I have minus 50 from all of them, except the poison here, I'm gonna have 83 poison res. It's still not gonna be a problem because I have full regenerations here. I can manage it. Basically on Mephisto, guys, only his physical hits is going to hurt me. The skeletons, which do fire, cold, lightning, won't be a problem. Mephisto poison will do some damage, but his physical attacks is the only concern here. We need to be careful against it. We need to see when you're gonna use potions and when you don't need it. So, and of course, my mercenary is gonna take a lot of damage there. Okay, let's do it. Let's spawn Bertristan. Alright, guys, we're in Bertristan. So I'm gonna cast my bow here. Also keep in mind, guys, if you're gonna use Battle Cry Ubers, which I will, I'm gonna use it against Mephisto, against Diablo, mainly because of the minions. But if I keep my mercenary in a good position, just his attacks with his splash damage and the amplified damage from Reaper 2 is gonna kill the minions. You guys are gonna see that. Guys, so how it works here? Mephisto is always the first one it's gonna go for us because he's super fast. Diablo and Baal are not so fast. Mephisto is. So I'm gonna just turn up my sound here. You're gonna hear the conviction arrow from Mephisto, so let's walk here. So I have the battle cry on, and when he gets close to me I'm gonna use it, switch back to my main hand and smite him. Okay? So we're gonna hear a conviction sound here soon. Baal here. Mephisto is close, so we're gonna... Oops, Baal here. Back. We need to be careful because he can uses his lower resist, you don't want that. I heard one conviction sound. As you can see, my mercenary was with the conviction. That's the conviction, guys. Mephisto is coming.
Good afternoon.
Let's make him come to us here. Separate them from Baal and Diablo. The portal is gonna be close. Okay, Mephisto. There he is, guys. Let's go. Oops. We still can do it. We still can do it. See, guys, as you can see, not a problem. As I said, on skeletons, they basically don't do no damage against me. It's just the Mephisto poison, but mainly his physical attacks. As you can see, he was using Charge Bolt, very low damage against my 95 Lightning Rats. No problem at all against the his minions, because they are elemental damage, so I have super high resistance here. But as you can see, about his physical hits, yes, as I said before, it does a lot of damage, and I have 30% PDR. That's very, very important to have, okay? Alright, let's get our mercenary back. So, as you can see, I don't need my mercenary against Mephisto, but on Diablo, yes, he makes a huge difference, because Template damage, I need to kill the minions. There are two of them, are immune to physical. So let's get the mercenary back here. Just gonna spawn rejuvenations on Diablo. Baal is really easy, not a problem at all, so just make sure you have the same resistance as you have against Mephisto, because the resistance is also minus 50, our resistance, so keep that in mind. Just gonna Lord Sun here again. That's better, should explain. Okay, get rid of the minions. Guys, keep in mind that on Tristan you can't use portals, okay? I'm gonna try here, doesn't work. Just works on the portal here, okay? Alright, let's see. Well, cast Holy Shield again. Let's cast Bull. Battle Cry here. Diablo, maybe it's easier. Okay, as you can see, both of them are here. Let's see which of them I can separate first. Okay, let's try to drag him back here. Baal first, or Diablo, no problem. Where is he? Where is Baal? Okay, they're two together here. They're both together. I'm gonna try to... Okay, Diablo did run back here. Mercenary almost dead, so I'm gonna go back to town. Let's HP back. Let's go again. So Diablo is here, guys, and Baal is probably on the same spot. It's gonna be easier to kill Diablo first here. Minions, okay, kill them. Pity Lords here are very high magic resistance, not physical. It's the Ghosts and the Ghoul Lords that are immune to physical. Okay, Baal or Diablo? Which one? Oh, they're doing nice teamwork of their part. Amazing. Alright. Come on, Diablo. Come here. Sir. Ready? Okay, guys, Diablo. So, as you can see, my mercenary is on the opposite position, my in Diablo front, mercenary is on his back. So as you can see, most of the rejuvenation is used on my Merc because of the meteors. Does a lot of damage to him. So it's all about spamming rejuvenations here. And as you can see, guys, that's very important. The splash damage that our mercenary is doing is killing the minions, the melee minions, that is the Pit Lords and the Ghosts. Okay, mercenary die here. Okay, no problem, we have time to revive him. Diablo is almost dead, he took so much damage. Just relax, go back to town, revive your merc, stay on opposite positions, and do the same thing. No problem at all. Let's get more rejuvenations here. Alright. Go back. Same things, guys. Use Battle Cry first, switch back to our main hand. do here. So I'm gonna make Diablo attack me. There's nothing to be scared about. It's always the same thing. There's nothing special. Just get the right gear, understand the mechanics, you're gonna do it. See, Diablo dead, the main problem gone. Now get rid of the minions, let's kill Baal after, and you're gonna get our torch here, and it's all good. Alright, this one. Okay guys, just Baal now, the easiest of 10. On Baal here, make sure to stay also on opposite positions, because as you can see he does this cold wave. So if both of us stay in opposite positions, it's gonna hit only one of us, as you can see here. Okay, switch again. There you go. There you go guys, there you have our torch. Was it hard? Not really, right? It wasn't hard at all. It's very doable, not a big deal. And with the simple Iratha set, guys. Very good, right? Okay, let's see which torch we have here. Oh, Druid one. 46 vitality, 17 resistance. I'd say pretty good, I like it. The energy and light radius is not gonna make a great difference. But that's it guys, Uber Tristan, solo, Project Diablo 2 Hardcore Season 2. No problem, very doable, easy to understand here. And that's it guys, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, share and comment. And also follow my channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/CassinoG. See ya guys, thank you.